You've been thinking about getting a German Shepherd. Maybe you've seen one trotting confidently beside a police officer. Maybe your neighbor has one, and it looks absolutely majestic. Maybe you've spent the last week watching German Shepherd videos online and you're completely sold. Hold on. Before you drive to that breeder or hit adopt on that rescue listing, you need to hear this first. Because the German Shepherd is one of the most misunderstood dogs in the world. People fall in love with the image of this breed and completely underestimate what it actually takes to live with one. This video isn't here to talk you out of it, but it is here to make sure you go in with your eyes wide open. Because a German Shepherd in the wrong home, that's a disaster for you and for the dog. In the next few minutes, we're going to walk through 8 honest, no sugarcoating reasons why a German Shepherd might genuinely be too much dog for your lifestyle right now. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what you're signing up for and whether you're really ready for it. Let's get into it. Reason 1. They need more exercise than you think. Let's start with the one people almost always underestimate: exercise. German Shepherds were bred to work, not sit on a couch, not take a 15-minute walk around the block. Work. Herding, guarding, tracking, patrol. These dogs were designed to be in motion for hours at a time. If you're planning on a quick morning walk before your 9 to 5 and maybe a bathroom break in the evening, a German Shepherd will make your life miserable, and they won't do it quietly. A healthy adult German Shepherd needs at least 90 minutes of vigorous exercise every single day. That means real running, fetch sessions, hiking, off-leash time in a secured yard, mental stimulation layered on top of the physical. Skip this even for a few days in a row and you're going to come home to a destroyed couch, a dug-up backyard, or a dog that's figured out how to open your cabinets. Ask yourself honestly, do you have the schedule, the space, and the physical energy to meet that demand every day, not just on weekends? Reason 2. The shedding is not a joke. German Shepherds are sometimes jokingly called German shedders. That joke exists because it is deeply, painfully accurate. This breed has a thick double coat, and they shed year-round. Not a little, constantly. And twice a year, during shedding season, the amount of fur that comes off a single German Shepherd is genuinely shocking. We're talking tumbleweeds of fur rolling across your floor, fur on your couch, your bed, your work clothes, your food. You will need to brush your German Shepherd several times a week, invest in a high-quality vacuum, and accept that this dog's fur will become a permanent feature of your home. If you have severe pet allergies, live in a small apartment with no outdoor space, or you just cannot handle the reality of fur everywhere, this is a serious problem. It sounds minor until you're living with it. Reason 3. They bond hard, and that creates real separation anxiety. German Shepherds are famously loyal. That loyalty is one of the most beautiful things about the breed. It's also one of the most demanding. This is not a dog that will casually hang out in the background while you go about your day. German Shepherds bond intensely with their people, often one person in particular, and they need that connection to feel secure. What that means in practice, if you work long hours, travel frequently, or leave your dog alone for 8 or more hours a day on a regular basis, you are setting that dog up for serious separation anxiety. Separation anxiety in a German Shepherd doesn't look like a sad dog lying quietly by the door. It looks like barking for hours on end, destructive chewing, attempts to escape, and sometimes self-harming behaviors like excessive licking or paw chewing. This breed needs a home where someone is around for a significant portion of the day, or where proper training and enrichment have been put in place to help them cope. If your lifestyle doesn't allow for that, this is not your dog. Reason 4. Training is non-negotiable, not optional. Let's be very clear about this one. A German Shepherd without consistent training is not just inconvenient, it can be dangerous. This is a large, powerful, highly intelligent dog. Without structure, direction, and boundaries, their instincts take over. And their instincts include guarding, herding, chasing, and in some cases, reactive behavior towards strangers or other animals. A German Shepherd left to figure out its own rules will make its own rules, and you probably won't like them. Training a German Shepherd isn't a do a puppy class once and you're done situation. It's an ongoing commitment, especially in the first 2 years. Socialization needs to start early and happen consistently. Obedience training needs to be reinforced daily. Mental challenges need to be built into their routine. The good news is, German Shepherds are extraordinarily trainable. They're literally one of the top working dogs on the planet. But that intelligence cuts both ways. If you don't step up as a confident, consistent leader, they'll step into that role themselves. Are you prepared to be that person every day? Reason 5. They're vocal. Very vocal. German Shepherds communicate loudly and often. Barking at strangers, barking at sounds, barking at the mailman that showed up 3 weeks ago and has never been forgiven, whining when they want attention, grumbling when something doesn't feel right. This is a breed that was bred to alert. Alerting means making noise. If you live in an apartment, in a neighborhood with strict noise rules, or if you simply cannot handle a dog that regularly expresses itself at high volume, a German Shepherd is going to test you every single day. It's manageable with proper training, but it never fully goes away. This is part of who they are. Reason 6. They can be wary and overprotective around strangers. German Shepherds are not golden retrievers. They are not going to bound up to every stranger they meet with their tail wagging and their tongue hanging out. By nature, German Shepherds are aloof, watchful, and protective. They assess people before they accept them, and without thorough early socialization, that wariness can tip into reactive behavior, growling, lunging, or snapping at unfamiliar people or animals. If you have kids running in and out of your house, regular guests, or you frequently take your dog to public places, this trait needs to be managed carefully. A poorly socialized German Shepherd in a busy environment is a liability. This doesn't mean they're aggressive, it means they take their protective instincts seriously. It's your job, through socialization and training, to make sure those instincts are channeled properly. If you're not willing to put in that work, this is not a safe match. Reason 7. Health issues can be costly. German Shepherds are prone to a number of significant health conditions, and treating them isn't cheap. Hip and elbow dysplasia are the most well-known issues in the breed. These are degenerative joint conditions that can lead to chronic pain, mobility issues, and expensive surgeries. Degenerative myelopathy, a progressive neurological disease that affects the spinal cord, is also seen in this breed, and it's heartbreaking to watch. Bloat, also called gastric dilation volvulus, is another serious and potentially fatal condition that German Shepherds are at elevated risk for. It comes on suddenly and requires emergent intervention. What this means for you is that owning a German Shepherd comes with a real, ongoing financial responsibility. Vet bills, possible orthopedic treatment, quality food to support joint health, and highly recommended pet insurance. If you're not in a financial position to handle a significant vet bill at any given moment, please factor that in before bringing this breed home. Reason 8. They don't do low-key very well. This last one ties it all together. German Shepherds are high-intensity dogs. Everything they do fully. They love hard, they protect fiercely, they play aggressively, they think constantly, and they demand engagement from the people around them. There is no such thing as a chill German Shepherd that just blends into the furniture. If you're looking for a low-maintenance, easygoing pet that you can check in on when it's convenient, this is the wrong breed entirely. Living with a German Shepherd means they are a daily priority. Exercise is a daily priority. Training is a daily priority. Mental stimulation is a daily priority. Bonding time is a daily priority. The people who thrive with this breed are active, consistent, home regularly, financially prepared, and genuinely excited by the challenge of owning a high-drive working dog. If that sounds exhausting to you, that's actually useful information. It means a different breed might suit your life much better, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So, here's the honest truth. German Shepherds are extraordinary animals. Loyal, intelligent, protective, breathtaking to watch in action. When they're in the right home with the right owner, they are some of the most incredible companions you'll ever encounter. But they are not the right dog for everyone. If you watched this video and found yourself nodding along to several of these points, sit with that. It doesn't mean you'll never own a German Shepherd. It might just mean now isn't the time, or your current setup needs to change first. And if you watched this and thought, none of that scares me, I'm ready, then honestly, go for it. Do your research, find a reputable breeder or rescue, and prepare properly. This dog will change your life. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. It genuinely helps this channel reach people who need to hear this before making a big decision. Drop a comment below and let us know. Are you considering a German Shepherd, or do you already have one? We'd love to hear your experience. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in